challenging have the last 48 hours been for you personally and just team-wise with what's going on with Draymond?
I mean, it's been tough. Obviously, trying to get our head on straight on the situation we're in, that he's in. Trying to focus, as a team on basketball and coming out performing and trying to, obviously win and get ourselves out of this funk. Didn't go our way tonight again, but big picture is nobody letting go of the rope, nobody trying to, have any type of panic. It's, for Draymond to, take care of himself. I know there's questions on what the suspension actually means time-wise and all that, and the conversations we had yesterday were about him, personally, and making sure the focus is getting right, getting, on a path that's going to allow him to be who he needs to be as a person, as a man, father, husband, and a basketball player, in that order. And that's gonna, that journey is gonna be challenging, but we're all here to support him and try to hold it down while he's gone. So, it's a tough situation all the way around, but we are capable of getting through it, himself included.
What was your role yesterday? It sounded like you were involved in the conversations, and what do you kind of view your role as in the next few weeks? Is that whatever this is?
For what specifically? Just to be support. Like, I don't necessarily know like the program or the requirements or the things that he needs to do. But I'm here as a friend and a support to kind of lean in on being there for him, whatever that means. Yesterday was a conversation for us as a team to understand, where we currently are, where we're trying to go, and holding each other accountable, holding Draymond accountable to, what's been going on and what needs to change for, us to be right as a team, like I said, with him involved in that. But, every day is a new challenge, literally, and that's going to be something that we have to, be able to be support for him along the way.
Steph, how would you characterize what your outlook is on him being able to be on the better side of it whenever he does return and avoiding the kind of suspensions he's had recently?
I'm super confident in his ability to do that, and the conversations yesterday were about acknowledging what's, like, he can't do what he's been doing. He knows that. We know that. Everybody knows that. What that means to change, I think that's the search for the answer, right? Like, that's the journey that we're on now. I think the tone has obviously changed from, any other suspension or times of past where, I think a coach said it before the game. We're here because we're playing basketball, and we're wearing a Golden State Warrior jersey, and we've been doing this for a long time, and championships are at stake in terms of us being a contender or a realistic contender, or even just being a good team. And he's a part of that, but you got to take a step back and, like I said, make sure everybody is right, mentally, physically, to be able to perform and take care of yourself. Everybody has their mountains to climb, and Draymond's are his, and I'm confident he can get over the hump, however long it needs to take to get there.
Steph, to that point, Steve made some changes, obviously, to the starting lineup tonight. He said he's going to roll with that for a little bit, give it a sample size, and see what it is that you guys have. What did you think of that tonight, the way that Clay was sort of able to bounce back a little bit, and then Wiggs' diminished role?
Yeah, I mean, changes were necessary, and when you're a team that's struggling to find identity and trying to find momentum and win basketball games consistently, you have to experiment. Can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. So I think the energy was good tonight. We did some really good things. We started off the game those first 4 or 5 minutes with a good understanding of how we need to play, and then we started fouling too much. And game slowed down. They got easy points. They got back into the game and changed, the tone of it a little bit. But to your point, Wiggs coming off the bench trying to figure out how he can be aggressive and assertive. That's a big change. So a challenge for him to make those necessary adjustments. Us to understand, without Draymond and the system that we run, how we create good shots defensively, how we show some type of presence and physicality. I know we're pretty small out there at times, and that's just the makeup of our team right now. We have to be able to overcome that, no matter who we're playing. And I think those are the glaring kind of issues tonight that we have to correct going forward.
What's been your thoughts of, Brandon? He's been very outspoken, about being around you, being around greatness since the summer. Rebound numbers is high. He does, all the little things too as well, just like you do. What have been some things that you've been seeing from him and his growth too as well?
He just knows how to play basketball. He finds a way to impact the game. You can tell he's playing hard at all times. Super confident in himself. I think, as a rookie offensively, it's always kind of hit or miss, finding your rhythm and understanding where your shots are going to come from. But the things that you can control, he's probably the best I've seen in a while at doing that every night, and that's all you can ask for.
You mentioned the need for physicality and just having that physical presence. How big and important will Jonathan be for this stretch without Draymond?
I mean, he's over the course of his first 4 years, he's always been, when he's out there, he's trying to guard whoever the best wing is, best guard at times, allowing his physicality, speed, athleticism to shine. And he's going to take that challenge, in the starting lineup for sure every night, whoever that matchup is, and then find his way offensively, just letting the game come to him. So I know he's super competitive, super willing to take on those challenges every night, and now he's going to get increasing those reps. And I know he's excited about that opportunity to show what he's about.
How has this whole season, this whole past stretch been a different challenge for you historically, right? If you're working your guys' way out of a funk, it's with your veteran counterparts, the guys that you've been around for more than a decade. Now it's really a group of young guys who have stepped up in the absence of Draymond while Clay and Andrew have gotten out of their funk. How has that been different for you?
There's just a realization that, again, you've been around this league long enough. You try to hold on to the fabric of how we do things with the group that we've done it with for so long, and now you're in a position where that's threatened a little bit, and that's okay. Like, acknowledge it. We have a lot of talented guys who are trying to find their way and increase their roles, and I have a lot of confidence in what this group can do. And until otherwise, that's our challenge. But the deeper you get into this run, I think this year, these first 20 games have kind of signaled it might look a little different. Roll the rock out and let's go.
You used the term earlier, realistic contender. What do you need to see over the next 20 games to kind of prove to yourself that you guys are a realistic contender?
It's a good question. I don't know, man. You gotta probably ask me after every game now, because I think it's just literally taking one game at a time. As crazy as it sounds, and that's not something we're used to saying. But I think we were just talking about in the locker room, we just need to win on Saturday. It's okay to kind of take small bites at this thing, because I think we're obviously a long way away from the tier that we want to be in. So let's just win Saturday.
Steph, last one. You've had quite a lot of battles with James Harden over his career. You eclipsed 25,000 career points today, 24th all-time to do so. Just throughout your battle, what have you seen from him as he's developed through his career?
Ultimate respect. I mean, we're same draft class, and a lot of battles back and forth, and the fact that we're still doing it. We don't spend much time together off the court, but there's always that smile when I see like a guy like that, because we know I know, and we both know how much it takes to perform at the level that we've been at for so long, and none of us want to see it kind of go away. And those milestones are, they're reminders of how dope it is to get to do what we get to do, and at the level that we've been doing it. So when I heard it actually during the game, I kind of took a second. It's like nice, cool to reflect on, the journey, but still want to go out there and beat him. He still wants to beat me. And until it's all said and done, that's the competition.
And just to follow up, speaking on milestones, you were 1 away from 3,500 threes. I think focused on the season, but what does that mean?
From what?
3,500 career threes.
Oh.
What does that mean?
I mean, after 2974, every one is a new record, so it's kind of cool just to know.
Which was what?
Whatever it is. What was it? Oh, yeah. So that's cool.